Welcome, guys. We are doing a rapper tier list today. Lads, we are doing a rapper tier list today of the most popular rappers, I guess, in history. If you guys want to take a little gander here, this is what we got working with. I've been a fan of rap and hip hop for my whole life, so I feel like I'm in the position to make a tier list like this. I do have some controversial picks on like who goes where on the tier list. I have my opinions. What can I say? And I don't know if they'll be very popular, but we got a lot to go through here. But I'm knowledgeable of most, if not all, of these artists here. So yeah, let's get into it. Wait, I don't see Young Lean on here. What's that about? All right, first up, we got 21 Savage. 21 Savage. I don't mind 21 Savage, but he's not necessarily my go-to. He's had a pretty decent career. I remember I first heard him in I want to say 15, maybe like late 2014. And I remember when he started popping off, he had, I think the mixtape was called like Ops or like Red Ops. I could be butchering that completely, or maybe that's a song, but I didn't mind it. It was something like new. The sound was new. Wasn't my go-to at the moment, but when the I believe it was 2016 XXL freshman list came out and they did the performance, the famous one, that was hype. That was fun. But in terms of the music, I'd say, yeah, he's got a few bangers, some decent features. The latest thing that I've heard was his collab album with Drake, which I thought was very good, although it sounded mostly like a Drake album rather than a collab album. But overall, 21 Savage, not always my cup of tea. And I'm gonna put him at a C. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. I remember hearing him first, not when he was went by the moniker Titty Boy, but when he was 2 Chainz, when he was like a breakout like mainstream artist. I liked him when he first like broke out in the scene. When I first like heard about him, when he started calling himself 2 Chainz. I thought he had a great album based on a true story. This one right here. I actually really enjoyed that album, like genuinely. And I thought he was like very clever, like good wordplay, like a new sound, some good features on that album. But then afterwards, I don't know. I feel like he kind of like fizzled out for me. Like I stopped kind of listening to him. Like he had like some decent features like here and there. I know he's got it in him to make some, decent bangers. But I guess overall, I would put him, I'm going to put him at a B because I like how weird he is. He's kind of weird. You know what I mean? 50 Cent is goated. When he first came out, he like changed the game. So him and like Kanye first came out at the same time, and it was like such a moment. They were sort of competing, but they were totally different styles, but it was like a friendly competition between them. But yeah, 50 Cent was definitely the king of New York in terms of rap for quite a while, I think. Yeah, he's great. He has great hits. His earlier stuff, his later stuff, I guess, like kind of fell off, but he doesn't have to. He has like entrepreneurial endeavors that he's very successful with. He did it well. He's pretty funny. He's a good troll online. Yeah, I think 50 Cent's good, like overall. I'm gonna give 50 Cent his due. I'm going to put him at A. All right, Aminé. I kind of only know 1 or 2 songs from this guy, but the Caroline, that song, came out in like 2016, I think. That was a banger. I was actually really excited about Aminé when I heard a couple of his songs when he first kind of broke out. His music video was really cool with the bananas, all the yellow, very fresh. His one song is a banger, but other than that, I haven't heard much, so I'm going to put him at C. Andre 3000. When you see an Andre 3000 feature, the song's gonna be a banger. Andre 3000, he's one of the greats, I'd say. Like, he's great, very creative, different in the hip hop scene, and like during the time when it was like kind of frowned upon to be like kind of weird and different. Dude did not give a heck. He did it. He went and did it. So I'm going to put him at A. A$AP Ferg. I actually really like A$AP Ferg. As a lot of the artists, I'm presuming, on this tier list, they had a very strong breakout, or at least, when they first became commercially successful. And then they kind of just like fizzled out, and like I didn't have that oomph after, you know. And sadly, ASAP Ferg, I'll say, is kind of one of those. I like him. I think he's cool. I like his older music. When I think the album's called Hood Pope. That was a great album. But after that, he like kind of fizzled out. He's kind of boring. I know he has it in him. I'll put him at B. ASAP Rocky. His first 2 albums were really good. Even to this day, if he puts out music or an album, I'll always listen to it. All right, so the Live Love ASAP mixtape, amazing. The Long Live ASAP album, amazing. At Long Last ASAP album, very good. Has a lot of bangers on there. Testing. So that's where I was like, kind of scratch my head a little bit. I don't know why people go on and on like, oh my god, it's like so amazing. It's like such an amazing sound. He's just bringing such a fresh sound. Okay, first of all, the single for it, ASAP Rocky himself, he's like, I have a fresh new sound. Like you guys are going to be mind blown by this. I've just been like creating new sounds. And then he said like, okay, I have a song with Moby, who's goated, by the way. And I'm like, no way, like Moby and ASAP Rocky getting together and making a song. Like, I'm so hyped. And then when it came out and I listened to it, I'm like, it's like just Moby's like most popular song, and like ASAP Rocky like rapping over it normally, pretty much. And I just was like so underwhelmed, but I'm like, okay, like maybe the rest of the album like has a different sound. Like what do you mean that's different? It's just taking Moby's song and like rapping over it. And then the rest of the album, I'll admit, was quite boring. If that's a fresh new sound, then like Jesus, I don't know. And not even like psychedelic. I don't know. Everyone like says that Testing was so good, but I don't agree. But overall, ASAP Rocky, he's doing his thing. He gets an A. He's good. Old Dirty Bastard. Yeah, he's pretty good. He brought some weird shit to the table for sure. Very good. I'll give him a B. I don't really know much about Old Dirty Bastard, but from what I heard, like, yeah, Big Boy. I'll give Big Boy a B. Notorious B.I.G. I think Biggie is absolutely goated. I feel like he really changed the game. Definitely the king of New York. But yeah, overall, I think he's goated. Biggie gets S tier status. Big Sean, they came out strong and then just kind of stagnated. Big Sean still has a decent career and continued to, but just not really that hype. And also not really my cup of tea. Kind of boring. I'll put him at B. What's his Brockhampton, I think. C. Busta Rhymes. He brought a fresh new sound too, but whatever. I'll give him a C. Chance the Rapper, again, another person who had a very strong breakout career and then just kind of shat the bed. I couldn't believe hearing acid rap and then hearing The Big Day. God awful album. I was really confused by it. I thought he was trolling. I thought he was joking around, but no. He was serious. Chance gets a B. Chief Keef, absolutely goated. S tier. Common. He had a couple good features on a couple Kanye albums, but boring as hell. Coolio's good, B. YBM Corday, boring. DaBaby, pretty boring too. Danny Brown, trash. Denzel Curry, boring. DMC, I'll put him at C. DMX, DMX was good. MF Doom, objectively, I guess he's good, and he's a legend in his own right. But I'm not like the boom bap stuff was done, in the 90s, and people that make boom bap now, I guess there's an audience for it, but like miss me with that. I think it's so boring. It's been done. But I'll put MF Doom at B. My boy Drizzy Drake, my fellow Canadian. Lots to say about Drake. His breakout mixtape, amazing. And then Thank Me Later, his debut album. Honestly, it's a good album, but I never go back to it really. There's a few singles on there that are still good, but I never really go back for the deep cuts like I do with all his other work. I feel like Take Care is like when Drake was like really born, like Drake that we know today. Yeah, amazing album. And then Nothing Was the Same, amazing album. Yeah, Views was pretty good album. Not my favorite. I don't go back to it a lot, to be honest. Well, actually, before Views, there was, if you're reading this, it's too late, best mixtape ever. I think it might be my overall my favorite piece of work from Drake. Just absolutely amazing. Scorpion. I was pretty excited for this album, but I find it a little boring. Yeah, so I don't go back to it that often. Or wait, no, there was More Life before Scorpion. I actually really enjoyed. Great sounding album, great tunes on there. Yeah, I'd say it's actually probably maybe like one of his best. I still go back to it. Certified Lover Boy. After hearing this album, I thought Drake was like done. Like I was like, okay, that's it for Drake. I did not like this album. I've tried listening to it many times over because I thought maybe I was missing something, but no, I'm not. But I'd say my favorite song from this one is I Miss You Too. This one right here with Kid Cudi. Great song. Other than that, everything else is pretty fucking boring. Yeba's Heartbreak is good. Shout out to Yeba. And then Honestly Nevermind came out after that. At first listen, I was like, oh no, like this is another Drake flop. But no, the more I listened to it, great album. Definitely one of my favorites for sure. It's such a vibe. But yeah, Drake is goated. S tier. Dr. Dre, he's a genius in his own right. Yeah, he really did the dang thing. I'd say Dr. Dre is A. Earl Sweatshirt, boring as fuck. Eazy-E, I'll give him B. Eminem, it's incredible, like the kind of music that he made. It was just so good, so fresh. Like lyrically, he's amazing. Very yeah, he had it all. But then I don't know, anything he put out after so Relapse I thought was like okay album. And then Recovery, you could say he kind of recovered from that flop of an album, Relapse. But then after that, Eminem Show is my go. Yeah, Eminem Show and the Marshall Mathers LP, some of the best work of all time, of like any album, no matter what genre. After Recovery, he never recovered and just progressively made shittier and shittier music and just absolutely destroying his legacy. And it's pretty confusing and pretty jarring. Yeah, he should, if it's the music he wants to make and likes to make, then sure, but he shouldn't be getting upset with people if they don't like it. You know? God, I wish I can split Eminem up into two like categories. I'm gonna judge him based off of his new shit. So he's getting B. Sorry, Eminem. Who's that? Flow Rida? Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur? You know what? Flow Rida gets A. Future. I would give Future an A. Yeah, I like him. He's weird too. Childish Gambino. I would say I can count on one hand the amount of songs that I would go back to listen to out of his whole discography. But overall, I'd say he's pretty decent. I'll give him a B. G-Eazy. Ghostface Killah. He's good. I'll give him a C. Gucci Mane. B. Gunna. I'll give him an A. Jizza. C. Hobson. F. Ice Cube. Ice Cube gets an A. Ice-T. I don't know if I've ever heard an Ice-T song. I'll give him a D. Jay-Z. He's pretty good. A. J. Cole. This might be a controversial opinion, but I think J. Cole is boring. When people talk about like, oh, who are like the greats, like the new greats, everyone always says like, oh, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. No, you cannot even like compare the two. Kendrick Lamar is actually goated. Like J. Cole it's a facade. Sorry, I'm being a little mean, but you know, J. Cole, there's like two songs maybe that I can go back and listen to. Other than that, and I've really tried. Every time he puts out an album, I listen to it, but he's just so boring. J. Cole's boring. He gets a C. JID, never heard of him, but he's probably boring. Well, no, I have heard of him, but I've never listened to him. Joey Badass. I'm sorry, Joey. I love you, but your first mixtape and your first album, amazing. But then after that, I don't know. You went down the boom bap. You get C. Joyner Lucas, kind of whack. I'll put him at D. JPEG Mafia. I've heard of him, never listened to him, but he's probably boring as hell. Juice WRLD. His first, I don't know if it was a mixtape or album, but the Good Riddance project, very good. After that, I mean, you know, he just blew up and then, you know, went very commercial. And that's okay, you know, get your money. But in terms of the music, I'm going to put him at a C. It's a little boring for me. Kanye West. I wish I could also put Kanye into two different categories here. Like, you know, there's this episode on South Park called Cupid Yee. So I wish I could like split it off into like Kanye and then like Cupid Ye. But just music alone, Kanye's obviously like the greatest. So we'll put him up at S tier. Kanye's S tier minus the you know, anti-Semitism and terribleness of that. But anyways, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, also one of the greatest. He's amazing. Kid Cudi, he revolutionized the genre, and the music that we hear today wouldn't sound like how it does without Kid Cudi, so he is incredibly important. His music these days kind of blows though, but I'm going to put him at S tier. Kodak Black, he's got a handful of good songs, but overall, I'll put him at B. Lil Baby, you know, he's okay, like a couple songs to like bob your head to, and like he's all right, but there's nothing new here. See, Lil Dicky, I love his show. I think it's very good. But in terms of like a rapper, he's getting a C. Lil Uzi Vert, I gotta say he's been, the last few years he's been quite boring. He kind of fell off for me, but I'll put him at B. Lil Wayne is quite goated. He discovered Drake. What more can you say? A tier. Logic, couple decent songs, yeah, but boring overall. C. Ludacris, C. Lupe Fiasco, D. Macklemore, you know, The Heist was a good album, but after that, like, nah. C. Mac Miller, Watching Music with the Sound Off was, I'd say, one of my favorite albums from that year. But overall, I'm going to give Mac Miller a B. Meek Mill, C. Actually, let's give Meek Mill a D. Method Man, I don't know, C. MGK, D. Missy Elliott, she's got some bangers. Let's put her in B. Most definitely B. YBM Namir, F. Nas, B. Nelly, B. NF, F. Nicki Minaj, A. Offset, C. Playboy Cardi, literally Mozart of our time, S. Polo G, I don't know, boring. Post Malone is sick. Give him an A. Dude knows how to make a hit. Every song on each of his albums is a hit. So good. Pusha T, boring. Quavo, boring. Raekwon, C. Rakim, C. Redman, C. Rick Ross, B. Roddy Ricch, B. RZA, he's pretty cool. Schoolboy Q, Man of the Year, one of the best songs of all time. Another one of those people that put out one decent album and then fell right off. Man of the Year, though, is a great song, so I'll put it at B. Snoop Dogg, legend. Snoop Dogg gets A. Lil Tecca, F. Tech 9, I don't know, he can rap fast, but other than that, kind of boring. Yeah, I'll put him at D. Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. T.I. Honestly, T.I. doesn't get the credit that he deserves. He's pretty good. We love T.I. Put him at B. T-Pain, fucking A. He's S tier. Music alone, Travis Scott, he definitely came in with a new sound that was very, very exciting. But then he kind of just leveled off. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess I'll give him a B. Trippie Redd, D. Twista, D. Ty Dolla $ign. I don't mind Ty Dolla $ign. I'll give him a B. Tyler, the Creator. Again, a new sound that came out that was very exciting and new. Actually, kind of like similar to like Eminem, like the shock value type music, but honestly, like, you know, that album Wolf, very good album. After that, he fell off for me, but every time he put out an album over the years, I always listened to it, but I never liked any of them. But then he put out Call Me If You Get Lost, very good, very, very good. I'm gonna put Tyler up at A. That album, incredible. I'd say it was album of the year, Call Me If You Get Lost. I'll give him that. Tupac, his music just doesn't really hit for me, and I've tried so many times over the years, but yeah, I'm gonna give him a C. Vince Staples, D. Warren G, legend, but I'll give him a B. will.i.am, he's pretty good. will.i.am gets an A. Wiz Khalifa, I don't know, C. XXX Temptation, he was like a true artist, I think. Had so much energy. You know, I didn't like his music, I'll be honest, any of it, but I have a feeling like, you know, if he didn't die, like, and he kept making music and matured, and I think I would have eventually started liking his music later on. But yeah, I'm gonna give him a C. Lil Yachty, let's look at his discography. Little Yachty, yeah, the Lil Boat mixtape, amazing, so good. And then Summer Songs 2 came out same year, which I thought was also a pretty decent mixtape. But then, yeah, I don't know, he came out with this fresh new sound, and then after that, he just kind of shit the bed and put out Garbaggio music. Lil Boat 1 mixtape was quite good. A tier. Who's this? YG? boring. Young Thug. So I said that Playboi Carti is the Mozart of our time, and I really do believe that. And now Young Thug, so goated. He's the Beethoven of our time. Truly. Sick. I kind of sped run this a little bit. If Young Lean was here, which I thought he would be, he would definitely be up at S tier. But I feel pretty good about this tier list. Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree with this tier list. But yeah, this is my tier list. Love it or hate it. There you go. I stand firm. Take care, everybody. Good night. Au revoir. Toodles. Bye-bye.